Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayshawn and thank you for clicking on this video today. We are back again with the back again, y'all. Another freaking story time. First of all, let me just say thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed to me. We are past 2K already. The numbers is going up, baby. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Okay, period. The numbers is going up. I'm appreciating the love, the support. Y'all, I'm loving it. Okay, so y'all know I'm gonna keep the story times rolling out for y'all. I got a lot of energy today, y'all. So if it just come through, it just come through. My bad, But we about to hop right into the story time. Today's story time, y'all, is about the time I got drugged. Okay, now listen. Stop. I be seeing the comments, okay, because I do read all my comments. And y'all be acting like y'all ain't never did nothing in life when y'all was young. Like y'all just be acting like my life is just so all these different guys. Y'all, I am 25 years old. Like I've been through a lot in my little bit of life. I don't care. Y'all can judge me. Y'all can judge your mama. I don't care who y'all judge over here. But just know, if y'all come for y'all good sis and I clap back, don't be so appalled. Y'all think y'all can say anything and people just supposed to let stuff fly because I post a couple videos. No, baby. I'm still from the hood, sis. Understand? I'm just playing, y'all. So we're gonna keep it cute, nice and sweet over here. Well, we're gonna try to. Okay, we're gonna try. But no, y'all, we about to hop right into the video. Also, guys, before we jump into the video, I did want to talk about this company that sent me some flowers. They are Rose Forever, New York. I just came back from the nail salon too, in case my nails are different. But yes, you guys, they sent me some flowers. This is what the box looks like. You see it says Rose Forever, New York. And look, oh my God. So they sent me 9 red roses. Oh, they smell good. They smell really good. This is so cute, guys. And thank you so much to Rose Forever, New York. Thank you so much for sending me these flowers. I really appreciate it. They look amazing. They're so cute. If you guys definitely want to purchase some, you can use my coupon code KSHINE15 to get $15 off. I'm going to link their social media and the link to their website in the description box below. So definitely click the link and check them out. I also want to let you guys know that Rose Forever is a New York based rose brand launched in 2019. They specialize in designing luxurious flower bouquets with hand-picked roses that last for a year. They only use natural oils to preserve the roses, and the bouquets are handcrafted by professionals, okay? Their roses come in round, square shaped velvet boxes, and you can get them in 3 different sizes. They have 9, 16, or 36 roses per box. So these are perfect for house decorations or as for special events. So they create roses in a diverse palette of shades. They never stop at just the standard colors. They also manage to use darker colors like black and gray, really special shades like golden or silver. I see a lot of red, pink, purple, blue, a lot of different colors for you guys to choose from. So once again, thank you Rose Forever New York for sending me these flowers. I love them. You guys definitely go ahead and check them out. And once again, use my coupon code for $15 off. That is KSHINE15. That'll also be down in the description below. But you guys, let's get into this video. All right, y'all. So let me see where I'm gonna start. Okay, boom, y'all. So I had this friend, okay, in like middle school. Well, I've been knowing her since middle school. Then we went to high school together and everything. So my friend, I'm gonna call her Tasha, okay? So me and Tasha was super close. Like I love Tasha. Like we was real good friends, right? And Tasha was a little bad, y'all, okay? She was a little bad. She was one of those kids that like, okay, like she was just one of those kids that like ran over her mama. Y'all know those bad kids who mama just kind of let them do whatever they want. They be talking back to their mama and they be just going all off. And you be thinking like, if I said that to my mama, I would be 6 feet under. And she just was like, she used to just get away with a lot of stuff, right? Now, when I was in middle school and like high school, like my mama was always at work for the most part, and I had older sisters, so she would just leave my older sisters there to watch me and stuff like that. And like I wasn't a bad kid, so they trusted me, and as they should, because I didn't do much, but we all do our little teenage stuff, okay? So I would say that I was about like 15 going on 16 years old when this took place. One day at school, Tasha's like, you should come and spend the night over my house for the weekend. Like, you should come over. So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. Like, that sounds fun. Like, I asked my mama, like, hey, can I spend the night over Tasha's house this weekend? And she's like, yeah, you can go over there and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, bet. So, like, this is on a Friday. So she's like, yeah, you can spend the night. Like, that's fine. And, like, as soon as I'm getting out of school, my mama would be going to work. So like I would be getting out of school at like 2:40, and like my mom had to be at work at 3. So like she would already be gone from home by the time I get home from school. So I remember like school let out, and we was all hanging around like in front of the building at school, and Tasha's like we should go over this. Let me get the boy a name. Let me just call him Eddie. So we're getting let out of school. So me and Tasha is walking out together, and we meet up with our other friends, and she's like, ooh, we should go over Eddie's house. And I'm like, who the heck is Eddie? And she's like, yeah, this boy that I'm talking to, like, we should go over Eddie's house. So I'm just like, okay. She was like, yeah, girl, I'm about to call them and tell them to come pick us up from school. I'm like, okay, bet. Like, tell them come get us. Like, that's fine or whatever. So she called Eddie. Eddie come pick us up from school, and we like riding around with him. And he had 2 friends. It was only me and Tasha, and he had 2 of his homeboys with him. So we were riding around, and like we were just kicking it. Like we had went to the park, and we were just like chilling at the park all day. Then we walked to like Dairy Queen to go get some ice cream, and we was just like kicking it. But we've been with them all day, and the street lights came on. So I'm like, okay, Tasha, like, we gotta go. Like, don't we gotta make our way to your house? Like, ain't your mama gonna say something? She like, girl, no, like my mama ain't gonna say nothing. Like, she don't care, all this good stuff. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, well, I didn't necessarily have to check in with my mama because I'm supposed to be spending the night at Tasha's house. So I'm just like, okay. So we just sitting here at the park after dark. I'm a rapper. But we just sitting there at the park, and we just like kicking it with them or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, I'm hungry. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, I still got my school book bag like in the car. Like, I need to go home and get clothes if I'm gonna spend the night over your house. So they like, bet, like, we'll take y'all to Tasha's house or whatever. So I'm like, okay. We go to Tasha's house. I spent the night over there. Like, I didn't even get the chance to go home and get no clothes or anything like that. So I spent the night over there, and I'm like, okay, Tasha, tell your mom like to take me home in the morning to get some clothes if I'm gonna be here the whole weekend. So she's like, okay, she'll take us home, blah, blah, blah. So I spend the night there. I wake up in the morning, and like Tasha's mom takes me to my house. I pick up me a bag, and we come back to Tasha's house. So we're at Tasha's house, and we're like, chilling throughout the day, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward to night. It's like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and she's like, yeah, Eddie just called me. You want to go kick it with them again? So I'm just like, I mean, that's cool. Like, that's fine. Like, whatever. We can go kick it with them. Like, I'm just going with the flow. So I'm just like, okay, tell them to, come get us. Like, that's fine. So she's like, okay, come get us, Eddie. And Eddie's like, I'm on my way. Eddie took like 2 hours to even come to us. By this time, it was like 10 o'clock. So I'm looking like, Tasha, like, we can't be walking up out this house at 10 o'clock at night. Mind you, we like 15, 16 years old. So I'm like, we cannot be walking out this house that late. Like, ain't your mama gonna say something? And she's like, girl, no.
We gonna sneak out.
I'm like, mind y'all, I have never snuck out the house. Like, still, like, I have never snuck out of, well, besides this house, but like my own house, I've never snuck out the house, y'all. Like, I literally have never snuck out the house. And it's so funny because, like, it's just funny because, like, I'm just like, what do I look like sneaking out the house at somebody else's house? And I don't even sneak out the house in my own house. Like, what's going on? So anyways, Tasha like, girl, they outside. Like, come on, we need to hop out my window. I'm like, girl, girl, I mean, hopping out of windows and stuff. Like, if we're gonna sneak out, can we at least sneak out the back door or something? Like, I ain't trying to be climbing through no windows and stuff. So she like, girl, come on. I'm like, girl, no. Like, they should have had us waiting that long. Like, we need to just kick it here. We'll be all right. She's like, girl, no, come on. So I'm just like, oh my God, no, I'm good, Tasha, I'm good. This girl hops out the window and she's walking on the grass, about to go down the street. So I'm just sitting here looking like, girl, you can't just leave me in your house. Like, why? I ain't about to just stay behind. So I hop out the window and I go with her. So we walking down the street to meet the boys and to hop in their little car, and we going with them, y'all. Please don't ask me what I thought was about to happen and all of this, because I'm 15 years old. Like, understand where my brain was at 15 years old, okay? So I clearly wasn't thinking clearly, and I wasn't just really, I wasn't just understanding the danger that I could have been in, but we're gonna mind about what the story, okay? So we go get in the car with them, and they was smoking, and I'm not a smoker. Like, I didn't smoke back then, I still don't smoke to this day. I'm just not a smoker by any means, So they was smoking, and like Tasha started smoking with them, and they like, yeah, Kay, you smoking too? So I'm just like, no, I'm straight. And they like, oh, come on, like you don't want to be born, do you? I'm like, shut up. You can't. Like, I am not one for peer pressure. Like, I know y'all probably thinking like, but Tasha just peer pressure you to jump out the window. No, she didn't really peer pressure me. I just ain't want to really stay behind and while she go out and have a good time without me. But it's certain things that you can't like convince me to do. Like, I don't smoke. I never really been a smoker. So that's something that I stand strong on. So if you think you're gonna say I'm boring and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, well, give me the blood. No, it ain't happening. So I was just like, oh, okay. What's next? So he's like, come on, just smoke. He like, yeah, I smoke it, I'll blow it in your mouth. I'm like, boy, no. You're not about to blow nothing in my mouth, okay? Absolutely not. I'm good. I'm like, no, I'm straight. And they like, oh, well, you gonna have a secondhand high anyways, because they basically was hotboxing in a car, right? So they like, girl, you gonna get high one way or another because you in this car with us. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So we just sitting there, and they like, yeah, we got a bottle. Guess what they had? A bottle of 1800, y'all. I don't know what that is. Good. They had some 1800s, so they like, come on, you gonna drink or whatever. So I'm just like, oh yeah, well, I drink. Let me have a little some. Don't ask me what business I had drinking at 15, 16 years old. Like, what was I doing? I don't know. Ask mama, not me. I don't know. So no. But so I'm like, okay, I'll take a shot. I took a shot at 1800. I might as well have swallowed 100% rubbing alcohol. I was like, this is hell. My throat is burning. Like burning. What's going on here? What's going on here, y'all? So I'm just like, oh, give me another one. I'm like, give me another shot then. Forget it. We lit then. So no. So I took another shot. So me and the one boy, we taking shots and stuff. See, I had this thing, y'all. I don't like when people like, I be competitive sometimes. So like, he was trying to outdrink me, and I'm like, boy, you're not about to outdrink me. I'm about to outdrink you. Mind y'all, this is like my first time really drinking. So why do I think I'm about to outdrink somebody? I don't know, but I thought it, and I was like, boy, bye. So I'm taking a shot, he's taking a shot, I'm taking a shot, he's taking a shot. Mind you, we just sitting in the car outside Tasha's house. Well, we on her street. We just was further down, like by the end of the block. So we're taking a shot. So I'm getting a little drunk, y'all, and I don't even know I'm getting a little drunk because I don't even know. Like, I'm just like, this is my first time really experiencing this, and Tasha's drunk. She's drinking too, but she's smoking too. So she one of those people, and I dislike these people. She one of those people that like get drunk or drink and just be belligerent though. Like, be wild and act crazy. Like I know when you get drunk, y'all, that you might be a little bit more turned and you might act crazy and all that. But she was one of those people that like, you couldn't stop her. Like, you could not stop her. Like, she was getting drunk in the front seat. Mind you, she was in the front seat, I was in the back seat with the boy. Because when they came to pick us up this time, it was only Eddie and it was only one of his homeboys or whatever. So I'm gonna just say the homeboys, because every time we went to go see them, it was like different sets of boys. So like, I won't really talk to nobody. I just was there. I was just a wing woman, to be honest. So she in the front and she's getting drunk and she's high and she's just like being extra. And I mean, everybody got their own limits, so I can't say she was faking it or anything. No, but I'm just saying she was being extra because she was like kicking the dashboard, like she was in the seat and she was kicking it. So I'm like, Tasha, why are you kicking the dashboard though? Like, I'm drunk too, and you out here wilding. And she was like beating on his window and stuff. So I'm like, Tasha, calm down. Like, she was just so loud in the car, and I'm just like, girl, like the neighbors gonna come out. So Eddie like, yeah, like, Tasha, you doing too much. I'm about to just go to my house. He like, I just live around the corner. For whatever reason, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go to your house. Like, she tripping. We need to get her somewhere inside because she was being too wild. Even while he was driving, she was rolling her window down, hanging out the window. So I done got to sober. I always got to sober up, y'all. I always got to be the one to sober up. I'm sobering up because I'm like, okay, Tasha, like, I'm drinking right along with you, but you being too belligerent. You're hanging out the window. Like, I can't have none of that. So I'm pulling her back in. She was just one of those types. She was just a wild child. I'm going to call it what it is. She was a wild child. She just did whatever she wanted, and she just was, that just was her. But I loved her. This was my friend. Like, we basically grew up together. Like, I loved her. But yeah, so she was just a wild child, and we ended up going to his house or whatever, y'all. Oh my God. We end up going to his house, and we end up falling asleep there, y'all. Mind y'all, we ain't got no alarm set, no nothing. We supposed to be at Tasha's house. So if Tasha mama wake up and we ain't there, I think that's gonna be a little bit of a problem, y'all, because we ain't supposed to be out. We 15, 16 years old. Yeah, so we just spent a night at this man's house, right? I wake up and I'm like, wait a minute. Nothing happened with me, at least I could say. Let me throw that out there. I didn't fall asleep on the couch or whatever. On my freaking elbow, with my hand between my leg, and I only had my phone on me. My phone's completely dead. So I'm waking up and I'm just like, what's going on? I'm in this random house and I'm just like, okay. So I see one of the homeboys, I see him over there, like on the other couch or whatever. So I get up and I'm scoping the house. So I'm like, Tasha, you in here? I'm like cause I'm like, wait a minute, let me gather my thoughts. Let me figure something out. So I'm like, Tasha. So I'm like, I open one door and she in there sleep with Eddie. So I just come in and I'm waking her up, and Eddie started waking up and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? So he was like, yeah, y'all was too drunk. Like, I just laid y'all down. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, well, we gotta get home. I'm like, what time is it? Because I don't see no clocks. I don't see what a microwave at with the time. I don't see nothing. Like, the TV wasn't on or nothing. So I'm like, what time is it? I just know that it's light outside. I'm like, what time is it? So I'm just like, he like, oh, it's 12 p.m. 12 p.m. I'm sitting here thinking like, Tasha, your mama is already up, and I'm sure she done blew down your phone looking for us. My phone is dead. Like, do y'all got a charger? I need y'all to charge my phone up. I put my phone on the charger. Tasha look at her phone and she like, I ain't got no missed calls. She like, I ain't got no missed calls. She like, my mama go to work at like, her mama used to just leave in the morning at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So she was like, well, my mama already left for work, and if she ain't called me, she must don't think we missing. So like, we good, basically, is what she's saying. But I'm just like, okay, well, Tasha, we still need to go home. Like, Tasha did not want to leave. She wanted to stay there. But I'm like, okay, we need to go home because, like, it's 12. Like, I need to go home and change. Like, we need to, we need to get home. Because, mind you, now it's Sunday. It's Sunday morning, okay? Because I already spent the night at Tasha's house from Friday to Saturday. And they came and got us Saturday night. So it's Sunday morning. So I'm just like, okay, like, my mom gonna be expecting me home today. So what time, we gotta make it to your house. So like, let's go. Tasha did not want to leave, y'all. Like, she like, well, we already over here. And Eddie like, yeah, we can go ahead and cook something. And, like, y'all might as well chill for a minute and then we'll take y'all home later. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, like, I kind of want to go home, but y'all, I'm 15 years old and I'm going with the flow. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm hungry. And he's like, yeah, we got some ramen noodles in there. I ain't hating on no ramen noodles though, you know. I love me some ramen noodles, a little chicken flavor. So I'm just like, okay, where? I'm like, let me go get us something to eat because I had a headache. Cause mind y'all, like I said, this is like my first time drinking for real. So that 1800s had my head on 18, okay? And I was just like, my head is banging. I need something to drink. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I got a lot going on. Like, that's why I was ready to go home because I'm like, I don't know how to deal with this hangover here. Like, I don't even know that I got a hangover. I need to just go. So I'm like, okay, well, where is the kitchen at? Like, let me just go and cook us some noodles real quick or something because, like, I need something on my stomach. I need something to drink. I need something on my stomach. So he was like, no, I'll make them for y'all. He was like, you just stay here. He like, let me go grab my man's, because mind y'all, I didn't even tell y'all this part. So he basically had like a 2-level house or whatever. And his room was like upstairs. So when I'm wandering around the house, I went upstairs and that's where his room was at. So he was like, let me go grab my man's and we're gonna go and we're gonna make the noodles for y'all. So I'm like, okay, bet. So he go downstairs and I'm sitting upstairs with Tasha and I'm just sitting on the bed like, girl, we was drunk. Like, we just sitting here trying to put the pieces of the last night together. And I'm just like, girl, like, I just remember taking shots. I remember you banging on the window. Like, I'm just running her whole thing down to her. Like, girl, you was kicking the freaking dashboard. You was hanging out the window. You was being extra. And she laughing like, girl, I was. Ha, 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 ha. Just laughing. I'm just like, girl, it really wasn't funny. Like, if you would have fell out that window, it would have been a different story, right? Like, come on now. You was doing too much. So they go downstairs and they cook us something to eat and they make the noodles and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, I'm hungry. Like, let me go and check on the food because it's been some time. And I'm like, noodles don't take that long to cook. So I'm like, let me go downstairs and see what's going on. So I'm walking down the stairs. So I guess they didn't hear me come downstairs. So they're in the kitchen talking and smoking and doing whatever. So I'm just like, is y'all almost done? They like, they jump like, dang, girl, we ain't see you. You don't just be walking up on us. I'm like, boy, I started to say girl. I'm just saying like, boy, well, hurry up. Is y'all done making our noodles? He like, yeah, just go upstairs. We'll bring them upstairs to y'all. And I'm like, boy, don't brush me off. And I'm like, I'm thirsty too. Y'all got something to drink? He's like, we'll bring y'all somewhere upstairs. Just go upstairs. I'm sitting here like, okay, calm down. Like, relax. I go upstairs, y'all. I go back upstairs, but he come upstairs and he bring us some food or whatever. He bring us the noodles and he go back downstairs because he forgot us, to get us something to drink. So he go downstairs and he come back up. Tasha is like eating her food. She's smashing her food. Me, I'm trying to eat it, but like my stomach is just not, it's just really not sitting right with my stomach. So I can't even eat it for real. So he here and not at the door. So he go downstairs and it must have been one of his friends or whatever. So they're downstairs talking for a minute, y'all. So Tasha ate all her food, right, y'all? So I felt bad because y'all ever been at somebody's house and like they cook you something and it's like not good or it's nasty and you don't want them to know you didn't eat your food. Like, I felt bad. So even though I don't even know why I feel bad, but this is just my 15-year-old brain, I feel bad. So like up in his room, he had a big garbage can, like the big garbage cans that you put like in your kitchen. He didn't have like the little mini trash cans that you be having in your room. He had a big black garbage can and like you could tell they just smoke and drink a lot over here because he had liquor bottles all around it and all that. So I took a bag and he must have went to the store, I don't know, but it was a bag and it had like some little hot Cheeto bags in there, some empty ones, and I dumped my noodles in that bag, y'all, and I rolled it up and I put it all the way in the big garbage can and I just like pushed it all the way down, y'all, because I was like, oh, I feel bad, like I ain't eating his little food, he might feel some type of way, y'all. So I was just like, I'm not eating this food because my stomach was just not acting right, like my stomach was not right. So the water bottle he brought, I was just drinking the water, but I could not eat that food. Tasha eat all her food or whatever. So we come downstairs because he was just down there for a minute. We come downstairs and he had two of his other homeboys is the ones who was knocking on the door. They sitting down there. So we come and we sit down on the couch and like they just talking, kicking it, all of that. So I'm just like, well, I'm over here talking to Tasha like, okay, y'all, like I'm just sitting here thinking like, Tasha, it's time to go. Like, I'm like, my stomach not right. I don't know if it's gonna come out the top or the bottom part, okay? But some way, something is coming out of my body, okay? And whatever hole it choose, I need to be at home. If I gotta poop, I need to be at home. If I gotta throw up, I wanna be at home. Like, I don't wanna be at this dude's house going through life, So I'm just like, we need to go. And she's like, girl, like, she's like, let's just turn up. Let's do this. Let's do that. Whatever. I'm like, girl, she lit. She got all this energy. And I'm sitting over here like, I am dying. Like, why do you have all this energy? And I'm not. I don't. So we sitting on the couch and I'm just sitting there just watching them like play the game and like talk. And I'm just quiet. And I'm just like, Tasha, come sit next to me. Because like, she started like, y'all, she just started doing too much. I'm like, Tasha, come sit next to me. Like, just chill. So y'all know when y'all lean back and y'all just like close y'all eyes and y'all just rest for a minute because it was like banging. So I was just chilling and I was like, Tasha, just like lean back for a minute, lean back. And she just did not want to sit down, y'all. She was popping up and like she just was jumping up and like whatever they was playing, they was playing a game. I forgot what they was playing, but they had music playing too. So like they playing a game, listening to music. Tasha dancing, she lit, she hype, and I'm sitting here like, girl, where is all this energy coming from? Like, why are you? What's going on? Like, what is going on? So Eddie like see her like turned up and he like, come here. So I'm thinking he taking her upstairs like to relax her and be like, calm down, because his friends is over and she dancing and she like being all extra. So I'm thinking he like, let me talk to you, Tasha. Like, my homies is here. You need to calm down. Why you over here twerking? You dancing? I'm thinking he talking to her, and I'm sitting there still just sitting back with my little eyes closed. I got my phone in my hand, so I'm just sitting here chilling because I got a headache. So I hear one of the homeboys like, K, he was calling my name, y'all. I was just sitting there ignoring him because like my mind, I was just still like dizzy a little bit. Like I just remember not feeling it. So I'm just like, oh, let him think I'm asleep or something, because I didn't want to talk to him. Like, that's how irritated I was. Like, I just was not feeling good, so I didn't want to talk to nobody. That's why I could barely deal with Tasha, because I'm over here with a banging headache. And like, cause I'm trying to drink so much last night, knowing dang on well I shouldn't be drinking, but I got a headache. So when he was calling my name, I was trying to tune him out. So I just got my eyes closed, acting like I'm asleep, and I hear him whisper like,
that pill must have kicked in.
what pill? What pill? So I'm just sitting here listening, y'all. And he like, yeah, it must have kicked in. She looked real relaxed. I'm like, shit. I'm in danger. Like, literally, I'm for real. It literally clicked just like that. Like, I am in danger. Like, hold on. What pill? What y'all talking about? So I just hear like, you know, movement and stuff, because I'm asleep right now, y'all. I gotta be asleep. So I just hear movement and I'm like, ooh, if they come over here, get ready to fight. So no. But no, for real, like I'm like, oh my God, I gotta hold on, what's going on? So Tasha is upstairs, and you know when somebody over you can hear them just like, you can hear them walking, talking, all that stuff. She up there acting like a whole ass. Gotta be, because all I hear is banging and just screaming. But it ain't even like no cry for help or nothing. It's just she laughing and she just loud and she on 10. Like, she would not stop. So I try to act like she woke me up, and I got up like, what's going on? What happened? And they like, nothing, come here, calm down. He, mind you, the whole time, the homeboy that was with us last night, he wasn't even flirting with me for real, because he seen how I was giving it. I wasn't giving off no like, oh, let's talk type of thing. He knew I was just there to be there. He wasn't giving off like no flirtation vibe. All of a sudden when I get up, he like, it's all good, baby. Come here. And I'm like, well, nah, where Tasha at? I'm like, let me go see what Tasha got going on. He like, no, come here. And he grabbed my arm while he was sitting down and he pulled me. And he like, come here, sit. And he moving my hair. And I'm like, boy, I was like, no, that's okay. And I got up off his lap, and he was like, come here, like, what's going on? Why are you so tense? And I was like, I'm not tense. I was like, I got a headache, and you know, I'm just ready to go. So I'm just like, let me go get Tasha, and it's time for us to go. And he like, come on now, don't be like that. You was so lit last night. Where that energy at now and all this. So I'm just sitting here like, I'm not even listening to him. He talking to me as I'm walking up the stairs, because I'm going upstairs to see what's going on. I see Tasha, like, the boy got a ceiling fan on in his room, She's on his bed trying to grab onto the panels of the ceiling fan. So I guess that she could swing round and round. I don't know what she was doing, but I'm just like, boo, wait a minute. Like, you doing some extra stuff. This is beyond being just like still drunk or high. Like, you on some weird stuff. So I'm like, Tasha, get down. Like, why are you trying to jump on the ceiling fan? At this point, see, I'm getting irritated because I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, you doing some abnormal stuff. So she like, Kay, and she run to me and I'm stumbling. And I'm like, girl, she like, oh my God. She like, I can't feel my tongue. I can't feel my tongue. Like, she just kept saying that, like, I can't feel my tongue. So I'm just like, wait, what? Like, what's going on? Like, wait a minute, what's going on? So now I'm thinking back to when that boy said the pill must have kicked in. So I'm just like, what pill? Like, what pill? Like, I don't even understand what, like, how did you even get me to take a pill? Because I didn't take no pills. So, like, what you talking about? So, when I see her just acting like this crazy, like, Eddie, like, she doing way too much. Like, she gotta calm down. Tasha is screaming, y'all. Top of her lungs, just screaming. She just being super belligerent. She knocking over stuff. So, Eddie getting mad, y'all. He getting mad. So, I'm trying to calm her down because I'm like, he about to try to fight us. Like, you knocking shit down. So I'm like, Eddie, take us home. So Tasha like jetted downstairs. She run downstairs. So I'm running after her because I'm like, girl, where you going? She going to the bathroom. And she just like, I gotta use the bathroom, whatever. So she started taking off all her clothes. Mind y'all, she didn't even shut the door. She just started getting undressed. So I'm trying to come in and shut the door because I'm like, wait, Tasha, like, wait a minute. You know, you try to have that moment with your girl. I'm like, Tasha, look at me. I have her face like, I'm like, what's wrong? Like, you gotta calm down. And listen, y'all, but at this time she's spitting, she's slobbing, like she had her tongue out, like like talking like this. She's like, I can't feel my tongue. I'm like, girl, put your tongue in your mouth. What's going on? So I'm taking tissue, I'm wiping her mouth, she's slobbing. I'm like, oh God, please, get us out of this. Y'all, I'm just like, Tasha, stay right here. I'm like, use the bathroom, put your clothes on, and let me go get Eddie. I go outside the door and I'm like, holding it, like just closed and I'm like, Eddie, come here. I'm like, it's time for us to go home. Like, we need to go home. Like, it's a lot going on. And he's like, well, I probably could calm her down. I'm like, no, Eddie, ain't no calming down. I was like, if y'all want us to call a taxi or something, that's fine. But like, we have to go home. She's doing too much and it's a lot going on. I leave out the door. I'm holding the door closed because I'm just like, she in there going crazy and I don't want nobody going there. So I'm like, I need to go get my phone because mind you, at this point, my phone was still upstairs charging in Eddie's room. So I'm like, Eddie, I'm calling him, whatever. I'm like, we have to go home. Like, she's in there using the bathroom. Just, can you stand here while I run upstairs to go get my phone? I go upstairs, I get my phone. It finally turned on. Like, literally, I got messages, calls from my mom, and she cussing me out because I think I had something to do that Sunday, and she told me to be home at like 5:30 or something. And I'm looking at the time, and it's already like 5:16. Like, I remember exactly, it was like 5:16, and she was cussing me out. And I'm just like, she sent me a long text message, basically like, you better bring your ass home. You gonna be on punishment. You better get in trouble. Why you ain't answer me? Blah blah blah. All this, like, she cussing me out. So I already know I need to get home now, or I'm gonna have some problems with my mama. So I run back downstairs. I'm like, Eddie, like, we need to go. Like, you need to go get your keys. We need to go. While I'm standing in front of the bathroom talking, I hear the shower cut on. So I'm like, okay, move. I go in there. Tasha is in their bathtub with cold water just running on her. So I'm just like, Tasha, get out of there. I'm like, y'all, give me a dry towel. Like, let me dry her off. At this point, I know something is up. And I'm just trying to escape. Like, part of me, I'm like, I need to call my mama, but I ain't trying to get in trouble. Like, you a kid, you don't even be thinking like, what's the smart thing to do? I'm just thinking like, I can't call my mama and tell her I done spent the night at some guy house, or that I'm at some guy house at 15 years old and my friend going crazy. So at that moment, I was more concerned about getting in trouble with my mama. So I should have just called my mom and told her to come get us, but I didn't, y'all. Don't ask me why. Don't be in my comments, oh, you should have called, you should. Listen, I'm 15 years old and I'm scared that I'm gonna get in trouble. I didn't call my mom. It didn't happen. So I'm like, Tasha, you have to calm down. Like, literally, please calm down. I gotta get home. Like, I'm getting in trouble. I got the drive time. I'm like, Eddie, take us home. Like, I'm not playing no more. Take us home. So he like, He's like, okay, let me go upstairs and get my keys. So I got Tasha and I'm sitting her on the couch and I'm drying her off and, fixing her hair and getting her stuff together. I'm like, put your tongue in your mouth. Mind you, the boys is over there just looking like, kind of laughing and stuff. Like, they not even trying to help. The one boy was like, that told me to sit on his lap. He like, why you so kind? Like, why you not acting like her? I'm like, what you mean why I'm not acting like her? And he like, no, he like, nothing. Laughing with his friend. So I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck do you mean why I'm not acting like her? Like, obviously you were expecting me to act like her because y'all must have did something to us. And y'all on some sneaky shit. Y'all some shady ass people. That's what it is. So I'm just sitting here like, I'm like trying to disregard them because I'm like, we're not doing this. Like, we ready. I'm ready to go. Eddie come down. We get in the car. Tasha is tripping, y'all. She is tripping. Like, I'm like, so Eddie, like, I'm like, Eddie, you gotta hurry up. Like, you got, cause my mama calling me and I'm like, I ain't trying to answer the phone in the car with them because she about to cuss me out. So I'm like, Eddie, you need to just take me home. Like, just take me home. Just take me home. And then, Tasha could just go to my house or whatever. But then I'm sitting here thinking on my way to my house, I'm like, Tasha can't come to my house like this. Like, she is on drugs at this point. My mama gonna flip out, y'all. We pull up to my house, y'all. My job, we 2 houses down. So I'm like, Tasha, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what should I do. Should I bring Tasha in there? I'm like, Eddie, are you gonna take her home? Mind you, Eddie is the only one who was in the car with us. I'm like, Eddie, Tasha lived right around the corner from me. So I'm like, are you gonna take her home? Like, are you gonna take her home? Like, what you gonna do? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take her home. Yeah, I'm gonna take her home. And I'm just sitting here thinking, y'all, I'm like, what do I do? Like, do I let, like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I cannot bring Tasha to my house like this. So I don't know what to do, y'all, because I'm like, part of me, like, I cannot leave my friend like this. She's drugged. Obviously, I'm not about to leave her with the guy that drugged her. I can't do that. But then the little girl in me, like, I cannot bring her home to, like, I can't bring her home to my mama and she drugged up like this. Like, I cannot do this. Like, y'all, I was just like panicking, y'all, don't hate me, y'all, don't hate me. So I was just sitting here like, Tasha, get out the car, because I was trying to talk to her outside the car, and like, I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to get her together, y'all. I'm like, get out the car, Tasha. I'm like, do you want to come in the house with me? She's like, no. I'm like, open the door, because this is summertime, might have asked, so the windows will go down. So I'm talking to her, I'm like, get out the car, just come with me. So I'm like trying to open the door or whatever, because I'm just like, forget it. I don't know. I'm just have to tell my mama, like, I'm already in trouble, so I'm gonna have to just bring her in the house with me because I don't know what else to do with my friend who is acting belligerent right now. And Eddie just sitting there. He's sitting there just looking like, he just sitting there. So I'm just like, bro, what am I supposed to do? So I'm like, Tasha, just get out the car. I'm opening up the door. She is kicking, like, out the door. Like, she's kicking at me at the door, like, kicking me in my legs. So I'm like, Tasha, stop kicking me. Stop kicking me. Like, she is like, no, shut the door back. Shut the door back. Like, she tussling with the door with me, and she slamming, and she lock it. Mind you, the window is rolled down. So I'm like, Tasha, stop playing. So I'm reaching through the window, trying to lock it. Y'all, she bites my arm. She bites my arm. So I'm like, what the, my reflex. Ooh, Tasha, you my girl, but I almost backhand her. But I'm trying to be like, she on something right now. But she bit me so, oh my God, y'all, she bit me so hard. Like, so I'm like, what the fuck? I snatched back. So I'm like, Tasha, you was doing too, now I'm mad. When you get pissed, like when your friend do too much and you get irritated because you just trying to help and she ain't trying to help you help her. So I'm getting irritated, like, what the fuck? Get out the car. My job, I'm 2 houses away. So at any point, my mama could walk out my house and see me, or the neighbors can see me, because it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm still trying to be on the low key because I'm trying to act like Tasha. Mama drop me off when I walk in the house, but I can't do that if we're screaming and the neighbors here and people come to the window, because we nosy. So I be all out my window when I hear noises, and I be all out the window and everything. So I'm like, Tasha, what the heck? So I came down to the window like, you doing too fucking much. You da. So she mock y'all. This bitch, she mocking me, y'all. She like, nah. She doing all this with her head. She like, nah. And like she doing. I'm like, Tasha, like, sis, was. Come on. And she took, and at the time I had braids, basically like box braids. So she was picking up my little braids and like playing. So I'm like, Tasha, stop playing. I'm like, get out the car. I'm like, Eddie, help me get her out the car. He like, I ain't getting her out the car. I ain't getting out the car. She don't want to get out the car. I'm like, Tasha, get out the car. Y'all, she smacks me. I'm about to remove these earrings. She smacks me in my face. I'm pissed. I'm pissed right now. She smacks me, y'all. So now I'm contemplating, like, do I smack this bitch back? But she on drugs. So I can't, right, y'all? I can't. Can I? Because I shoulda. Y'all, she smacked me in my face. And, ooh, y'all. I'm like, okay, no, you being a friend, you gotta help her. So I'm like, Tasha, I'm gonna try one more time. I'm like, Tasha, get out the car. Like, literally, get out the car. I'm being calm because I had to calm myself down in that moment. I just got smacked, y'all. I just got smacked. The fuck, I ain't never been smacked. And my friend has smacked me. But I'm just sitting here because I'm like, okay. I'm like, Tasha, can you please get out the car? Please get out the car. And she like, no, bitch. She gets to spit, mind you. She can't feel her tongue. So she was already slobbing and being extra. She get to spitting at me, y'all. Ooh, she gets to spitting at me, y'all. So it didn't get on me. Because then I would have had to knuck if you buck with her. It just is what it is. But she was spitting at me. And I'm backing up like, girl. She's sitting here spitting at me, y'all. So I said, you know what? Go. Take her home. And he pulls off. He ain't waste no time. But then I'm just like, oh no. Like, he sped off and he was like, I'm gonna take her home. He sped off. But then I was mad at that moment, but I snapped back because I'm like, don't do nothing to my friend. Like, I'm just over here like panicking. Like, so as soon I'm walking up the street now, I'm going to my house, I'm FaceTiming Tasha's phone. I'm just like calling it because I'm like, at least can you FaceTime me, while you take her, because she literally lived like 5 minutes away. So I'm like, can you at least FaceTime me, until I see that you pulled up to her house or whatever. Y'all, mind y'all, I wasn't even scared for Tasha to go home like that because I'm like, seriously, her mama let her do any and everything, like, for real. And I don't think she necessarily wanted Tasha to be bad or for her to talk back and all of that, but she did nothing to control that. Like, she really just did not. So I wasn't scared for Tasha to go home because her mama she didn't care. So I'm just like, I'm calling. This boy is not answering the phone, y'all. So I'm just like, I couldn't even go in the house yet because I'm just like, I gotta call Tasha mama. Like, I'm sorry. When it's that friend code and you be like, don't be telling my mama I will. Like, y'all, I wanted to stick to it so bad. But like, the way he pulled off, I'm just sitting here thinking like, what if that's the last time I see my friend? Like, I'm gonna feel bad. So I'm calling her. I was calling Tasha at first. She wasn't answering, whatever. So then I'm just sitting here like, what do I do? I don't drive at this point, so it's not like I can ride around there to see. And I can't, like, what I'm supposed to do. So I'm like, I'll go in the house or whatever. I see my mom and she like, girl, she didn't cuss me out or whatever. And she's sitting here like, where your bag at? Like, why you let Tasha mama drop you off without your bag? And I'm just like, I left my bag at Tasha's house because we never went back to Tasha's house because I'm trying to get home. So I was like, oh, dang, I did leave it. But I'm like, I forgot about it. I was like, well, we was already out running some errands and Tasha mama just ended up bringing me home. So I never got the chance to go back and get it. I was like, but can you take me around there to go get it? Because I'm thinking like, okay, let me go around to Tasha's house, act like I'm getting my bag. Well, I really do need to get my bag. And let me at least see if she made it there, if he dropped her off. And then if my mama see her acting crazy, then she's just going to try to help my friend. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's what I'm thinking. So my mom like, no, we have to go. Like, we got stuff to do. We're not going around there. You're going to have to just tell her to bring it to school tomorrow. And I'm just like... So I'm in my room, getting dressed and like freshening up or whatever so we can go. So I'm just like calling Tasha's phone, y'all. It had been like 30 minutes and I haven't heard from her. So So I'm just like, I gotta call Tasha mama. Like, I don't know what else to do, y'all. Like, I just literally don't know what else to do. And I'm just like, I gotta call Tasha mama. I called Tasha mama and I'm like, hey, Tasha mama. I was like, so...
Tasha's on drugs right now. She's with some boys and they just sped off in the car and they're not answering the phone. I don't know where she is.
She's like, what? What you just say, Kay? I'm like,
Tasha's on drugs right now and she just sped off with a boy. She's not answering her phone. I don't know where she is.
So no, but I'm just like, she's like, okay, stop playing. She's like, let me call her. She hang up on me. I was like, I'm over here thinking like, please don't call my mama and tell, because I didn't do nothing. I didn't even want to go to the boy house. Okay, I didn't even want to spend the night. I was ready to go. I don't even understand how I got in this situation, but I'm in it. And Tasha mama called me back and she was just like, she not answering her phone. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. She like, what boy? I'm like, his name Eddie. She like, what's his last name? I'm like, I don't know. She like, where he live? I'm like, I don't know. Like, you know, where you just, I don't know. I didn't know my surroundings in his area by then. Like, I couldn't be like, oh, he live on the street. This is like, I just didn't know. I didn't even pay attention to that stuff. That's the stuff that you don't even think is important until you in a situation like this. I'm like, I don't know. She like, he go to school with y'all? I'm like, no. And she like, what's his, like, do he got social media? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I literally did not know nothing. She like, what's his number? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just know he got a Trailblazer. Like, that's the car we was in. I don't know the license plate. I don't know nothing, y'all. I don't know nothing. So, ooh, I done said real name. So, Tasha mama is just, she at work, mind you. She's at work. So she is just going crazy. She's like, well, what happened? What's going on? So I basically give her the whole rundown, like, because at this point I'm thinking my friend missing. Like, I don't know. So I give her the whole rundown. Like, we just stuck out the house. You know, we were drinking and, you know, I don't even know what happened. We got hungry in the morning and da-da-da-da. And I tell her, so she was like, she gets a call. She was like, hold on, okay, somebody's calling me. And clicks over and she talks to whoever. And she come back and she's like, hey, Tasha's at home. She was like, but I'm about to get off work because Tasha got dropped off. Basically, the neighbors called Tasha's mom and said that Tasha was in the yard, basically like in the grass, like what her clothes wet is. She just was, her hair was a mess, and they just was panicking because they was like, we about to call the police because some guy dropped her off and kept going, and she just basically like, he didn't even, you know, like make sure she got in the house or make sure she walked up to the door or nothing. Like, he literally dropped her off and like kept going. So Tasha's is just, she just in the yard, like being crazy in the yard. So they called Tasha mom and they told her like, hey, look, Tasha's at home and I think you need to come get her because I don't think she got a key to get in the house, and she's just like all wild. We about to go get her and basically bring her in the house or whatever, like, and get her together. The neighbors grab Tasha and basically Tasha mama get off work and she go get her or whatever. So I'm just sitting here and I've been nervous the whole day because I'm like, one, either I'm about to get in trouble because Tasha mama about to call my mama and tell her they about to call the police, and the police gonna be over here questioning me about something, so I'm still gonna get in trouble. And I'm just going through, like, I'm just sitting here like biting my nails, like, bro, something is about to happen, y'all. Tasha mama didn't call me back that night, or Tasha, and I didn't even try to call Tasha because I was just like trying to let it just calm down a little bit. And like I said, I didn't want to spark nothing for them to try to tell my mama because I didn't want to get in trouble, y'all. So everything was just chilling. So I was just sitting at home waiting. I ended up falling asleep, you know, and I had school the next morning. So I'm just sitting here like, I go to school and I'm like, I'm wondering if I'm gonna see Tasha, like, you know, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So I see Tasha and this bitch is mad at me. Y'all, she come to school and she's mad because she's like, why did you tell my mom on me? Like, why did you tell on me? So I'm like, Tasha, like, I was trying to make sure you was okay. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, bitch, first of all, you smacked me and you spit on me. Like, I should be mad at you too. Like, bro, we both was, like, you know, we both had something that we could have did better. Like, what you mad at me for? And she's like, you ain't have to tell my mom. I'm like, girl, your mama don't even do nothing. Like, you act like you was about to get in trouble. I had to say something. Like, I didn't know what else to do at 15 years old, and I'm panicking, and I don't know what's going on. So she's like, girl, like, you know what? She was mad at me, but she wasn't like, oh, I hate you, bitch. We ain't friends. She was just like, girl, you didn't have to tell my mama. I'm like, first of all, wait till lunch and let me tell you the real tea, sis. So we go to class. We sit down. We have lunch. So we sit down at lunch table together. So I'm like, first of all, I hope you're not talking to that boy Eddie no more, because they try to drug us. This is my theory, which is what I think actually happened. They must have put something in them noodles, okay? I think they took a pill and either like crushed it up, or maybe one of those capsules that you can, it's like a pill, but you could just open and like dump out. I don't know what it is, but when they made us those noodles, because let me tell you, the water bottle that they brought me was closed. Like, the seal was not cracked off yet, and I drunk my water, so it couldn't have been that. The only thing that I'm thinking is that y'all put something in our noodles, and y'all wanted us to eat it, and y'all tried to drug us. So when Tasha, y'all remember now, I didn't eat the noodles because my stomach was already acting up. I couldn't eat them. Tasha smashed hers. So once we was done eating, y'all was just waiting for basically our pill, our drug, or whatever y'all gave us to kick in and to marinate in. And it didn't happen for me because I never ate my food. And y'all didn't know that I didn't eat my food. So when I was laying back on that couch, y'all thinking that my medicine, y'all thinking that pill has kicked in, and y'all probably thinking I'm a little woozy and all of that extra stuff or whatever. So now you want to be flirtatious and be all extra. So y'all tried to drug me, but because I didn't eat that food, I don't think I was drugged, because that's the only thing that me and Tasha had, together. So when he was asking me, like, why you not acting like her? And I'm sitting here thinking, like, we only ate the noodles and we only had the water bottle today. Like, because Tasha didn't wake up like that. She did not wake up like that. She was chilling. She did want to stay, but she was not bouncing off the wall like that. So it had to be from that water bottle or those noodles. And the fact that you sitting here waiting for me to act crazy like her, it got to be that noodles. Because like I said, we both drank our water. So I'm just sitting here thinking, like, y'all was down here. That's why you didn't want me to cook the food. Because you like, no, I cook it. I got it. Y'all didn't put something in our noodles. And y'all wanted us to eat it. And y'all was probably going to drug us and do something to us. But as always, y'all know God got me covered. I stay blessed up. And he always getting me out of situations. That's why I always thank you, Lord. I always thank him, because y'all might think like, oh, well, you put yourself in danger, you put yourself in situations. Look, people, listen, it's life. You learn and you live, okay? I was a kid. A lot of this stuff happened when I was younger, when I didn't know any better, when I thought the world was peaches and rainbows. I didn't know there was any danger out there, no harm. This is back when I was younger. I know you think 15 is like, oh, you a teenager, you good. But y'all, this is back in the 2000s. Like, I didn't think like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in danger and stuff like that. I wasn't thinking how I should have been thinking. But like I said, every time I go through stuff, I learn my lessons moving forward in life. So I'm just sitting here thinking like, and y'all, I can't go around just like not trusting any boy, because now y'all be like, oh, you should have known because of this. You should have. No, I can't know until I really go through stuff for real. Like, that's just what it is. But just understand that I'm a kid, that I was a kid at this time. So a lot of stuff didn't click, but when I did hear that pill, I knew it was time to go. And I can 100% guarantee you that if they was going to refuse to take us home, I would have definitely called my mom to come pick us up. And I was going to be screaming and banging on stuff, making all types of noise. But luckily, nothing bad happened to us. But those was their intentions. And it just teaches you to be on your P's and Q's, because people be really out to get you and you don't even know. You just don't know. Like, you never know. You can have a boy, and y'all be killing me acting like y'all can have a boy that y'all know for 3 years and they'll set you up. They'll try to do some shady stuff to y'all. It's all the same. So don't act like, well, you just met him. I known people who for years that have stabbed me in the back, and I know people for a short amount of time that have not stabbed me in the back. So it's no real way, y'all. It's really no real way. Now at this time, this story time, I was 15 and stupid. I shouldn't have been there. Like, that's just period. I shouldn't have been at no boy house, okay? Riding around with Tasha. I ain't gonna put all the blame on her, because I could say no and I could stay at home, but we was being kids and we was doing dumb stuff, and like, I'm just glad we out of that situation, y'all. So this was the time that they thought they was gonna drug me. But luckily, my stomach was not having that food that day, because I could not eat that food like for nothing. And I'm glad that I didn't, because had I ate that food and me and Tasha both was bouncing off the wall, like, who knows what would have happened, what they would try to do to us. But we're not gonna think nothing negative. We're not gonna think about that, because I'm still here today. Thank the Lord, y'all. Okay, but I'm just happy that we was good. Like, me and Tasha was still cool after that, and she got over it. And it took me a minute, but I definitely got over her smacking me and spitting on me. But still, I ain't like that she spit on me, but I charged it to the gang. Okay, I took the L on it because she was drugged, and you know, and she couldn't control it. That's better than what it was. Maybe she had something against me and I didn't know. So I'm just playing. She was drugged, so I just charged it up to the gang, because you know, she couldn't control herself, she couldn't help herself. But yeah, so we was cool after that. This is aside from Tasha, because like I said, she got drugged and unknowingly, and she didn't know. But it is females out there that get drunk and they want to fight their friends. They don't want to listen to their friends. Please don't be that person. If you drunk and you drunk around like people that you love and who care about you, and you with your friends or your siblings, do not be that person that want to fight them because they trying to help you or they trying to take you out the bar. I've seen that. I've been around that where I'm trying to help my friend get out the bar and it's time to go and she want to fight me. Like, stop being that person. Stop doing that. Don't be that person, okay? Like, do not be that person. That is annoying and that's irritating and that's dangerous. When they say it's time to go, sweetie, that means it's time to go. Tasha, when I said it was time to go, it was time to go. But anyways, but y'all, that is the end of my story time. At the end of the day, I know you probably wonder, my mama never found out, but if she watched this video, she gonna find out then. But luckily, I'm too old to still get whooping, so so no, y'all, yeah. But my mama never found out. Tasha mama never told on me, because this just, I think she just charged it to the list. She just added this on the list to everything else that Tasha was doing. So yeah, we was good and we was cool. So, but y'all, that is the end of my story time. I definitely hope you enjoyed that one. As always, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share all of my videos. Like, I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all come back for my next video. Until next time, peace.